Mother and my father, all right.
And you prepared to take the oath?
Yes.
Please state your name.
Nate Bennett Fleming.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the laws of the United States of America
the laws of the United States of America
and of the District of Columbia,
and of the District of Columbia,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office
of
United States Representative for the District of Columbia,
of the office of United States Representative for the District of Columbia,
which I'm about to enter.
of which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Good afternoon. All right, I've waited my entire life to get on this stage, so I'm going to take my time. Is that all right? Oh, all right. I won't take my time. But I'm glad I got you guys speaking. All right. As the son of a single mother, born and raised here in the southeast quadrant of the city, where the dreams of far too many are deferred and denied, my journey to the stage has been an improbable one. It's been a journey in which I was supported by many. So I would be remiss to go further without thanking those who have made this improbable journey possible. First, let me thank my parents. Thank you for going above and beyond and giving me the tools and the support that I needed to pursue my goals. I certainly want to thank the community groups, the ANC commissioners, and mentors all across this city who have embraced me and supported me as if I were their son. I want to thank my friends, my classmates, and my staff who worked with me tirelessly on my first campaign and my second campaign to achieve this office. I truly appreciate you for your efforts. And then finally, I want to thank my predecessor, Representative Mike Panetta, who served our city for 6 years as our U.S. representative, for the example he set of how to conduct yourself in public life. I could not have had a more gracious, integrous, or humble predecessor, and I hope to build on the good work you've done in your time in office. Let's give a round of applause for Representative Panetta. He's right over there. Just a few seconds ago, I took a public oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. There are not many jobs where you swear to uphold the Constitution. So in preparation, I did some reflecting on the Constitution, and particularly the preamble to the Constitution, which outlines the fundamental principles and purposes of the document. The preamble reads, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." And what's easy to overlook today is that at the time of the Constitution, it was truly a revolutionary document, because that's why the preamble is so powerful, in that before there was a world of absolute power, a world of kings and queens, but the founders of this country decided to put the power with the people. However, even at the time that those revolutionary words were written, there was an inconsistency between the principles of equality stated in the Constitution and the practices of this country. We the people simply was not a reality for blacks, the non-wealthy, other minorities, and women. So each generation of Americans has been charged with making the principles of America consistent with the realities of America. And in each generation, a new group has gained full equality and equal rights. For this is the story of America. However, today, we the people does not include the people in this room, the citizens of our nation's capital. That's something that we must change. So I ran for shadow representative because our fight for first-class citizenship is another opportunity to make a change that ensures that we the people includes all the people. So our lack of representation in Congress and our second-class political status is an injustice that keeps this city from achieving its full potential. We can't vote on issues that impact us, and our political status leaves us economically handicapped, where citizens don't receive the educational system, the city services, and the quality of life that is reflective of the high taxes that all of us pay. So that's why the fight for DC political rights is one of the most important issues that we face in our city. However, the resources dedicated and the organization of our movement does not reflect the importance of this issue. And that's something that I will change in my years as shadow representative. So, years after years in this movement, we face challenges, but there's time for hope. We have, for the first time, a statehood bill in both houses of Congress since the first time since 1993. Let's give a round of applause to our Congresswoman for her efforts. So I hope to build on these efforts so that we can address the challenges before us and take advantage of the opportunities ahead of us. So to do this, I plan to be in the community, educating citizens, going to community meetings. I want to get youth more involved in this office. I want to get college students on campuses all throughout this country organized on this issue so that we can persuade their members of Congress here in DC. Another thing that we will do is work with the Congresswoman, the mayor, and other elected officials and the community to create a comprehensive plan towards statehood. So in closing, there's another reason for DC to be hopeful today. And that's because President Obama got reelected to another term in office. And that's thanks to you. You guys gave him 90% of your votes. So give him a round of applause to yourself. But besides his support for DC democracy, President Obama gives us another reason to be hopeful. Because I remember there were many who thought with the economic climate in this country that he wouldn't be reelected to office. And mind you, there were scores of people who thought his first election to office was impossible. Those who thought that it was impossible for a black man with a funny name to be elected president. And just like people were cynical that Barack Obama could be successful, there are those, both in the leadership of this city and in the grassroots here, that think our efforts to win statehood and equality is an impossible challenge. Whenever I get cynical or hear cynicism about our impossible fight for statehood, I'm comforted by the words of James Baldwin, a literary figure in the civil rights movement. In his seminal work, The Fire Next Time, it was a collection of essays reflecting on the 100th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation, which other people have stated that we celebrated 150 years yesterday. And this is what Baldwin stated. He said that I know that what I'm asking is impossible, but in our time, as in every time, the impossible is the least one can demand. And one is, after all, emboldened by the spectacle of human history in general and the American and African American story in particular, for it testifies to nothing less than the perpetual achievement of the impossible. So Washingtonians, today we have a choice. The next chapter of the history of our march to democracy has yet to be written, because today we have an opportunity to write it ourselves. So please join with me and other Washingtonians as we go about writing the next chapter in the American story. For when we are successful in attaining DC's political rights, our efforts will be testimony to the perpetual attainment of the impossible in this country. Thank you very much. God bless the District of Columbia.
Thank